Finland has many wondrous things, the natural beauty of lakes and forests to modern telecommunications. Let me add one more thing. There's sleeper trains. Firstly, we start at Helsinki Central Station. This modern geometrical design by Eliel Saarinen looks like it could be from the 1930s, and yet we're looking at a 1909 design that was completed 10 years later, predating the Art Deco period that Saarinen was said to influence. But we're here to catch the 2313 to Rovaniemi in the heart of Lapland. It's the latter of the two night trains to this area. It leaves from platform 7. Finland officially recognises two languages, Finnish and Swedish. Helsinki is in one of the regions that displays all signs in both languages. Along with trams, buses and a metro, Helsinki also has a decent commuter train network. Each route has been given a letter. This one is the R train. As the departure time looms, our train reverses into platform 7. The coaches are a mixture of sleeper and seating stock, double and single decker. Let's look at what will be pulling our train. If the locomotive looks familiar, it's one of the Siemens Vectron family. The logo reminds us where we're going. Pilgrimage many parents will be taking their children to towards the big day. Let's take a look at our route. We'll head north initially through the Helsinki suburbs to Finland's second city, Tampere. Then the line moves us to the west coast, to Kokkola, Oulu, and Kemi. The last section takes us inland, ending at Rovaniemi. The journey is 713 kilometres and takes just under 12 hours. Enough time to grab some sleep. And this is our room for the night. It's a first-class cabin on the upper deck, and that means ensuite toilets and shower. There are coat hooks on the wall for hanging stuff up, and the room is air-conditioned. Yes, it's surprising when you need it. The entry door is unlocked by keycard, meaning it is lockable outside as well. There are 2 beds, and in this country you reserve the whole room, not the bed. Ideal if you're travelling on your own. Bottled water is provided, don't drink the stuff out the tap, along with towels and bed linen. The window has a pretty effective shutter to keep out light for sleeping, essential if you're travelling in the middle of summer when there isn't much darkness. The internal door leads into a bathroom with a toilet, sink and mirror. Hello. On the left-hand side of the mirror sink unit, you'll find a lever which gives you access to the shower behind it. The shower head is at the top and can be angled, with the controls on the right-hand side. The water was both warm enough and plentiful enough to wash all your worries away through the plug hole at the bottom. Scottish sleeper train companies Take note. Near the window, there's a table and a flip-up seat for scenery watching. The seat is a small but very nice touch. Steps raise you up to the upper bunk, which will be occupied by my baggage for tonight. By the door is a 230-volt mains power point, EU socket of course, temperature controls, and the all-important safety instructions. On the other side, each bunk has access to another main socket, drinks bottle holders, a clock with alarm, this was taken before we arrived the following day, and a reading light. And we're off. We leave Helsinki Central and its remaining regional trains for the day behind. Our first stop, Pasila, is a large modern hub with shopping mall. All trains stop here and it allows you to change from one train to another without having to go into the centre of town.
Hyvät matkustajat, tämä on yöjuna Rovaniemelle. Seuraavat pysähdyspaikkamme ovat Pasila, Tikkurila, Riihimäki, Hämeenlinna, Toijala ja Tampere. Hyvää matkaa! Bästa passagerare, det här är nattåget till Rovaniemi. Vi stannar följande gång i Böle, Nikkursby, Riihimäki, Tavastehus, Toijala och Tammerfors. Trevlig resa. Dear passengers, this is a night train to Rovaniemi. Our following stops are at Pasila, Tikkurila.
From here, car carriers are added to the end of the train nearby.
Have a pleasant journey.
Tikkurila is a station for the city of Vantaa, home to over 250,000 people, the country's fourth largest. Various trains at Riihimäki are parked up and others still running. We're coming into Toijala now. This is where the Railway Museum is situated, complete with turntable. Much of the route north of Tampere is single track. Despite this, there's plenty of schedule padding to recover lost time. Talking of which, the bright lights denote Finland's second city, Tampere. Here we'll be waiting a while, so if you don't mind, I'm going to grab some sleep. Then we'll see things in daylight again. Good night. Later on, we'll wait to see lots and lots of trees. We're around halfway between Oulu and Kemi now, with 2 hours of the remaining journey to go. Kemi sits with its shoreline facing southwest. It's near the mouth of the river of the same name. In a moment, we'll cross the Kemijoki. It's the country's longest river at 550 kilometres. Then the line splits, off to the left to Tornio, Kalari and the Swedish border. We're taking a right and along the final straight. Time for breakfast. There's a restaurant car selling all manner of things and usually plenty of room to sit down and relax. As with many sleeper trains to more remote locations, we act also as a commuter train for people working in Rovaniemi. And as our train continues north, we cross the daytime express south to Helsinki. Now, you might be thinking, night trains, they're quite expensive, aren't they? The answer to that is they can be. However, for this train, I booked the cabin 3 months in advance for a period that is lower season, September. It was €74 for first class, an ensuite room which includes the cost of travel. Try getting an ensuite hotel room in Finland for that price. It's outstanding value and a wonderful way to travel and wake up in the morning. Obviously, travel during midsummer or the skiing season will be more expensive, but if your travel date isn't likely to change, bookings open on vr.fi 130 days ahead if you want to jump in there. Nearly 12 hours after we started our journey, we end it in Lapland. The line carries on to Kemijoki, although that's covered by an earlier sleeper train from Helsinki every day. Time to stretch our legs before grabbing a hot drink in the station's cafe. And that was our journey from Helsinki to Rovaniemi. Hope you enjoyed it. Safe travels, and thanks for watching.